There are two words here. Nasato, sata. In the beginning of the first line, nasato means asato. At the end of the second line, sataha. Sat and asat. Nasato vidyate bhavo. Bhavo means which is endurance. Means it is temporary. It is going to get spoiled. It is going to get deteriorated. Nasato vidyate bhavo. You should know. Asat is always going to change, going to stop one day. But na bhavo vidyate sata, which means the sata, the satya is not going to change. The satya is not going to deteriorate. These are first two lines. Na sato vidyate bhava, na bhavo vidyate sata. Asatya is always is going to change. It is temporary. It is going to stop one day. But Satya is not going to change. It is going to be permanent. Shashwataha. It is not going to bhava, means it is not going to stop. Now, it is not going to endure. Yes. Non-endure. Satya is always eternally existing. So, this is a discussion Krishna is doing with Arjuna, that soul is Satya. It is not going to change. But body is Asatya. It is going to change. This is the whole point. And Krishna says, Ubayor api drishtontas. Having these two clear-cut understandings, Satya is going to be eternal, Asatya is going to change and stop one day. Having these two understandings, Ubayor api drishtontas. Now we should understand drishta. Drishta means seers, one who sees. We see with these eyes, charma chakshu. But these seers, they see with their intellectuality. They see with the higher vision. The perfect example we have in Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva, after a lot of meditation on the bank of Saraswati, after writing so many Vedic literatures, he was feeling discontent in the life, dissatisfaction in the life. Then Narada Muni appeared. Narada Muni instructed him, hey Vyasa, you should focus on glorifying the Supreme Lord purely. That's how Vedavyas, he could see Krishna and the Maya together. He could see Krishna, and the backside of the Krishna, he could see Maya Devi, Chaya of Krishna. So he could see the truth and untruth. He could see Satya and Asatya, both. He could see what is truth, what is false. He could see that. Vasudeva could clearly, he could see this. That's how he narrated this Bhagavatam. He started compiling this Srimad Bhagavatam, Vedavyas. So that is a Ubayor api drishtontas. But we see with these eyes, we get illusioned with these eyes. There is something called optical illusion. You must have gone through optical illusion. There is one dot in middle and there are so many dots aside. So if you carefully watch that one dot, and if you go front and back, you feel like a whole world is rotating. After some time you will close your eyes. Optical illusion. This is called optical illusion. But point is that dot is not moving, but we feel like it is moving. Similarly, the Vedic scholars, they give an example, rope and snake. In the twilight time, at the twilight time, when we see a rope, we think that it is a snake. We imagine ourselves seeing the rope to be a snake. Vedic scholars, they give this example a lot of times. So this is how we get illusioned. Our drishti, our vision is polluted. Our drishti is illusioned, bewildered, confused. But the great souls, they can see what is truth, what is untruth, what is satya, what is asatya. Generally, when we discuss all gossips. But when the great souls, when they discuss, like Vidura and Maitreya, Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, Sutta Goswami and Shaunaka Muniyendras, Prabhupada and his spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, when the devotees, when they are discussing, they discuss this truth. This truth is known as Tattva. Yes. Krishna many times mentioned this Tattvataha. We should see this Tattva. We should see the life in truth. We should see the world in truth. These great souls, acharyas, pure devotees, they have seen this world in truth, in true perspective, not in illusioned, bewildered vision. They have seen this world in truth. What is truth? What is untruth? What is satya? What is asatya? Krishna said, Janma karma cha medivyam evam yoveti tattvataha. We should know Krishna, the creation, Krishna's pastimes in tattvataha, in truth. Otherwise, we'll consider Krishna as also a normal human being. Tattvataha. We should know tattvataha. Matta parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya. Krishna is ultimate tattva, supreme truth. Here he is saying, yes, tattva-darshibi. To annayos tattva-darshibi. So we should follow the footsteps of that tattva-darshibi. Footsteps of great Mahatmas who have seen this world in truth. Otherwise, we get illusioned, bewildered. With the senses, we perceive this world meant for our own self. But it's not. This whole world is created by Krishna, and this whole world is meant for Krishna's pleasure. Even our body is meant for Krishna's pleasure. We should engage our body in the service of Krishna. Such person is known as Tattva-darshibi. Tattva-darshibi. Seers of the truth. Now, if you see, Prabhupada is explaining in the purport. There is a difference between matter and spirit. We should know that. At the same time, we should know controller of both, who is Krishna. This is how Krishna starts his instructions to Arjuna. Very one nice statements Prabhupada says here. In the purport, Prabhupada writes, the conclusion is established by the all classes of seers of the truth. That soul is ever changing, the soul is eternal, the body is ever changing. This is the conclusion. Unfortunately, people in general, they speak so many things, but they don't have any content. They don't have any truth in it. We all are in our life, we are got stuck up by the relative truth. Try to understand, there is a great difference between relative truth and absolute truth. We all are under relative truth. You see, we take whatever we discuss, whatever we say, we take point of reference. Based on our limited experience, limited understanding, limited awareness, we speak. So that's how the relative truth doesn't give any satisfaction. For me, gulab jamun may be very much sweet. I like gulab jamuns. For somebody, it may not. For someone, reading books is a maybe good habit. They may have a good, best class, first class habit. But for me, it may not be. So everybody in this world, they propagate whatever the truth they think it is true in the world. You see, politicians, they fight. TV channels, they fight. Organizations, they fight, thinking that their point of view is perfect. But actually, it is just a relative truth. It is not a eternal truth. That's why people have a difference of opinions. There are quarrels. But these seers, Tattva-darshibi, they know everything in truth. They have seen the truth. The point is, they have realized the truth. Tattva-darshibi. They have seen the truth with their own eyes. So that's how we should follow their footsteps, not stick to our own point of opinions. It is a foolishness. The pure devotees, they see Krishna everywhere. They see the Tattva, truth everywhere, absolute truth everywhere. So Krishna is absolute truth. He is not subjected to the relative truth. Another example, that in the traffic signals, when there is a red light, we should stop. That is a relative truth. When there is a red signal, we should stop our vehicle. It is a state government, state rules and regulations. But in the same signal, even though it is a red light, the Prime Minister or Chief Minister, they can cross the signals. They can go. That is an example I am giving. Similarly, in the material world, there are so many rules and regulations. We should follow our rules, these rules and regulations. But that is still a relative truth. But when Krishna comes, he can break these rules. He can make the rules. So we should understand Krishna in truth. We should understand that soul is truth. It is eternal. Body is temporary. It is false. So here I am giving some truths. Try to understand what Tattva-darshibis, seers of truth, what they have explained, I am just giving in 3 statements. Number 1, body is temporary, soul is eternal. Number 2, soul is subordinate to the super soul. There is a super soul also. And we are servants of Krishna. We should serve Krishna. These are the 3 facts, 3 truths. Body is temporary. Number 1, body is temporary, soul is permanent. Number 2, above this soul, there is a super soul. The soul is subordinate to super soul. Without super soul, soul cannot do anything in this material world. Going ahead, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. We are servants of Krishna. We should serve Krishna. These are the 3 facts. This is a real truth. Other than this, anything else is just some bluffing. It is just some relative truth. It is not absolute truth. So great Mahatmas, pure devotees of the Lord, like Vedavyasa, Janaka, Narada Muni, Bhishma Pitamaha, Yamaraj, Shiva, they have seen the truth. They have realized the truth. They have experienced the truth. So we should follow their footsteps. We should follow their footsteps. That's how we can also see the truth. We can also become the seers of the truth. With this Charma Chakshu, we cannot see the truth. We can just always get stuck up with the duality. I like, I don't like. We always get stuck up with these three modes, relative truths. But there is absolute truth, that is Krishna. Hare Krishna. So this is the seers of the truth. We should become seers of truth by following the footsteps of seers of truth. Tattvadarshibhi. It is very much important to understand the truth, the facts of the life. Yes, the facts of the life. Otherwise, we get carried away by the duality of this world. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any questions, comments, devotees? We can take 1-2 questions if anybody has. Yes, devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prashant bro.
So here, Satya, truth means Krishna, Satya means Maya. Can we consider like that, or?
Yes.
Different? And Satya is absolute, and Asatya is relative.
Yes.
And Satya is soul, and Asatya is body.
Yes.
So we should consider Satya. Satya means as Krishna or as soul.
Okay. When we understand that we are eternal, that is Satya, Sat. Sat, Chit, Ananda. When we understand that Satya has 2 different meanings. Satya means absolute truth. Satya also means eternal. Sat means eternal. So spirit soul is Sat, Chit, Ananda. When we understand ourselves, then we can understand Krishna. When we understand ourselves, I am not this body, I am spirit soul, then we question, okay, where this soul is coming? Then we understand, okay, this soul is a part and parcel of Krishna. Then we slowly understand Krishna ahead. That's why in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita only, Krishna is giving this clear-cut understanding that, okay, who are you first? Ke Ami. Who are you? Then Krishna explains in 7th chapter about himself. You understood?
Understood, bro.
Yeah. So when we observe carefully, devotees, hear carefully, understand this statement. When we observe this world around us very carefully, how this world is running, how it is moving, we can understand the existence of Supreme Lord. Just we need some common sense to understand this. How this world is, how sun rising on time, how sun is setting on time, how this winter, summer is happening systematically, so nicely. We can understand the hand of Krishna. So first of all, we should understand the matter, the body, how it is working. Then we should come to the point, oh yes, I am not this body, I am something more deeper, that is soul. Then who is this soul? The part and parcel of Krishna. Then we can come to the point of Krishna. So it is a step-by-step procedure. That's how slowly and gradually we should understand, discriminate what is truth, what is untruth, what is permanent, what is not permanent, what is body, what is matter, what is spirit. Slowly and gradually we should go ahead to the point of Krishna. Yo janati Krishna tattvataha. Then we can understand the tattva, the absolute truth. Okay? Hare Krishna. We'll end here. Thank you very much. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.